That's my theme song. Looks like we're going.
We're going.
Sweet. Hey, welcome to the 11th episode of the Fuzzy Loaf Weekend Roundup, where we talk about this week's news in movies and TV and some other junk.
Yep.
So, I'm Scott, as always. With me is Matt.
Yep. And we have some friends today.
I brought some of my action figures from home to spicing up the set.
Yeah.
Just to show off how much of a nerd I really, truly am.
Yeah.
So let's just dig right into it, because there's some interesting, not a lot of like big news, but a lot of interesting things.
Yeah. Week. So the first thing we have is a pretty major leak. This is TV news. Supergirl pilot leaks in full HD, free of watermarks, which means it wasn't a production leak. You know, it wasn't like a production copy that was getting passed around for editing or anything like that. So this is kind of suspicious, and I want to know your thoughts, because my thoughts are that this was leaked on purpose to kind of quell people's worries about Supergirl, because it's too good to be true. It's 6 months out. There's no way a copy is being passed around.
I'm with you. I'm just like, the studio probably leaked it.
Yeah.
Sometimes that happens. Like the Deadpool thing. Remember Deadpool? Was it like last year?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. And the Deadpool test footage leaked. I was like, oh, man. I even thought then, I was like, this is probably Fox testing the waters.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense, because people go to... torrenters are often the most vocal consumers of your content, even if they're not paying to view it. So,
right.
It's a good way to get feedback on your show. I'm sure they've gotten a lot of feedback from the pilot that will help them shape the rest of the season, just from the leak that they put out. They almost definitely put this out.
Yeah. I haven't watched it yet. There's a little part of me that wants to, but
it's 6 months out.
I'm not going to. I'm going to wait for it to actually air on TV.
Same with me, because it's 6 months out. The last thing I want is to get excited for something that's
and then I don't want to get bummed too. Yeah. I'm just going to wait.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to wait. I don't need to watch it right now.
Yeah.
I hear some people have mixed feelings. I hear mixed things about it.
Well, I can tell by the 6-minute extended look that they put out of the pilot already.
I heard that the 6-minute extended look is pretty much the pilot. Like, you pretty much...
Yeah, it's boiled down. You can tell if it's not the first episode, it's at least from the first 2 episodes. Like, there's no way that it's anything more than the first couple of episodes. Mm-hmm. And I have mixed feelings from it, because the action looks great. I think the casting for the girl for Supergirl, whatever Benoist, is how you pronounce it. Yeah, whatever. She fits the part pretty well, I think. The only thing I don't like is her normal side. It feels like The Devil Wears Prada meets a superhero show.
Yeah,
which is something that.
But I heard on in the pilot, they kind of squashed that pretty fast. When you watch the pilot. That's what I heard from people anyway, but I'm not going to watch it till September when it actually airs.
Yeah. And then the next big bit of news, we have some casting rumors for Daredevil Season 2. So, Charlie Cox, a couple months ago, or maybe it must have been a month ago, it was right after Daredevil released on Netflix. He was being interviewed, and he said, I would love to see Elektra show up in Season 2 and like all these characters, and he was name-dropping them. And he goes, I have a pretty good feeling they'll show up, but I don't know anything because I haven't gotten the script yet. And then there was some audition footage leaked online, one from an actress that's been in a few things, and one from a newcomer that she has no acting credits. But it was for a female lead in Daredevil for Season 2. The character's name was Elise, but the character description and the scenes that she was acting in seems to fit Elektra.
Yeah, so apparently the video is taken down right away.
Yeah, they were taken down almost.
But some people transcribed everything that went down, and so like they wrote like the dialogue that was, and I heard it because and that definitely seems like Elektra.
Yeah, sure. Exactly. I think they're being coy with the name Elise. It's not unlike Marvel to throw a twist in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah, what are your thoughts? Would you want to see her in Season 2?
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing with Daredevil is, which I liked about the show so much is I know nothing of Daredevil really in the comics. I have no personal ties to the character. I literally don't give a shit at all.
Yeah, it's just like
that's
you're
what made
along
me.
for the
I think
ride.
that's what made me enjoy the show even more,
Yeah.
because I was like, oh, this is cool. So whatever they do, I'm just down because I honestly don't care. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I get you, because it's like
They can't piss me off.
Yeah, you don't have
unless
any
it's just-
emotional
unless it's just
attachment,
bad
so-
television. I don't care.
Yeah, you don't have any emotional attachment, so it's just like, yeah, I'm along for the ride.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
Pretty much. That's all the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, that's how I was with like the Iron Man movies and stuff. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
I know who Iron Man is in the comics. I'm not a huge fan of Iron Man in the comics, so I don't really care either way. And I enjoyed all the movies.
Exactly.
I enjoyed the Mandarin twist.
I did too.
Everybody's like, "That's dumb. You changed the major character." It's like, that's great because I was expecting
It leaves the
something
character
different.
open for more stuff.
Yeah. Do we want to skip the quick bits for TV and go directly to movie stuff for now? And then come back to it?
Yeah, let's do quick picks at the end.
Okay, yep. So that was basically it for the major TV news.
Yeah, TV, all the shows are over right now, and all the upfronts are done, and so it's kind of like in a
lull.
yeah.
So,
But movie stuff is still kind of there.
for the movies, we have leaks is like the first big thing.
Yeah, leaks, like,
There's
someone's
been a lot
got to
of
fix
leaks.
this.
And this is, again, it feels too purposeful. It feels like there's too many leaks happening for it to be an accident, and there's too much big information being leaked for it to be an accident, in my opinion. But before we get to that,
I mean, I can understand on the DC side, but Marvel side, I don't.
Well, the Marvel side, I think,
'Cause
that could
they're
be
usually
paparazzi
pretty
and fan stuff. Yeah,
tight over at Marvel.
yeah. There wasn't too big of leaks for Marvel, but so the first thing that I wanted to touch on is the Joker really has tattoos and fake teeth. This is real. There are set photos of him with tattoos in his grill. There was also photos showing off Margot Robbie as Harley
Harlan Quinzel.
Yeah, whatever the name is. So Harley,
figures.
the person before she turns into Harley Quinn, basically. So that reveals some big plot points because that
Is it a flashback?
Oh, it could be.
Is it
Well,
a-
yeah, I guess it's true. It
is
could
it like
be
a
a flashback
prologue?
or
Who
a
knows?
prologue or whatever. And then this is a major Suicide Squad spoiler. So if you don't want any spoilers, skip ahead a couple minutes because we're probably going to be talking about this for a little bit. Batman's Batmobile shows up on the Suicide Squad set, and there is footage from multiple angles, and a shit ton of footage is online. So
not just his Batmobile.
no, yeah, the whole
Batman
scene.
himself
Yeah.
is in the movie. You see him on top of the Joker's Joker mobile.
I don't know.
I don't know.
He looks like he came out of an 80s like movie, the
Yeah.
Joker.
I-
It looks terrible.
Can I tell you, I actually had a dream last night that I was watching like an early copy of Suicide Squad, like an unfinished copy,
Yeah.
and he didn't have the tattoos.
Oh, that'd be so
and
good.
as I was watching, I was like, I gotta tweet out and tell everyone, like, guys, don't worry, the tattoos are only like, they're not always. He doesn't always have them in the movie. Like, he puts them on eventually.
Yeah.
And then I woke up and I was like, oh.
My hope was that at
shit.
least the damaged tattoo was going to not be in there, but it's totally in there.
Did you see the one with Harley Quinn where she is rotten on the side of her face, like
No.
right here? This is rotten right there.
They're getting it so wrong. Like, how could they get the casting so right for so many of the characters, but
But
get
the
so much
costume
else
design
wrong.
is so bad.
Yeah. Okay, so on top of that, we also had the Captain America 3 logo was... This, I think, was an official thing.
Oh, I think that was last week, but we
last
didn't do a
week, yeah,
show.
but we didn't do a show. The Captain America 3 Civil War logo was... and I don't want to say leaked out because it was one of the actors, so I'm sure they had approval from the studio to tweet it.
Is Jeremy
But
Renner
still.
took an Instagram photo of like his chair or some shit.
Yeah. But still, that's a big thing.
I don't.
Was there any?
It's a
I don't
logo.
think-
I honestly don't. I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
I don't. Oh, they changed the logo. It's different. Does anyone honestly give a shit?
I'm sure somebody does.
I
I'm
mean,
sure
obviously they
somebody's
do.
gonna
They wouldn't have
complain.
reported
Yeah.
on it. But I don't care.
But what I wanted to bring up is there are too many leaks going on right now. Like, there is so many leaks that it is ridiculous.
Like picture leaks from the sets.
Like picture leaks and video leaks now because of like Instagram and shit like that, where people are taking,
Yeah.
you know, like I said with.
So,
the
do you think?
Joker.
Are you trying to say that you think it's a bad thing?
I think it's a bad thing. I think it's hurting, especially with DC, because The more I see, the less I want to see that movie.
Really?
Yeah.
See, okay, now I'm the inverse where I kind of like the leaks because it gets me more like,
and it depends.
Curious.
I think it
like
really
I
depends.
see all this stuff of Suicide Squad. It makes me a little nervous, but it also makes me more curious because I really want to see it now to see how the fuck is this thing going to turn out.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I don't know. Like with the Cap 3 stuff, seeing some of the costume leaks and stuff like that, that was fine. That didn't bother me. But like,
yeah, I don't care
some
about
of the DC
leaks.
stuff. It's just like the more I see, it's like, oh man,
I don't want to see too many plot points.
This movie does not look like it's gonna work out. I had faith for a while, and a lot of people were pissed off when Jared Leto was announced, and I was like, he could be a great Joker.
People were pissed that he was, and I heard nothing but like people saying that they were happy that Jared Leto was cast.
People were pissed about Jared Leto being cast, and then they were pissed when the tattoos got released. And
honestly,
they were
people get pissed about everything.
Or they were pissed when Ben Affleck was announced as Batman.
Nerds are so.
And it's like none of that stuff really worried me too much. Like not even Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor worries me. It's the direction of these movies that worries me. Yeah. Because I think all of the people that they've casted are fantastic actors.
Oh yeah,
and have
I even
themselves.
like Ben Affleck as Batman. I think that's fucking cool.
Yeah. Well, Ben Affleck's a great actor. Like I don't care what people say. He's a great actor. You may not like him because of certain roles or whatever, but that. Like,
dude, Daredevil was like 13 years ago. Fucking chill out, okay?
Well, and like I said, what I'm worried about with these movies is direction, and I think that's the same thing that happened with like early Marvel movies and DC movies from the 90s. Was the direction was just terrible. They didn't know how to make a good superhero movie.
Right.
And I'm worried that DC is doing the same thing.
And they didn't have Kevin Feige.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, and that's the thing that I think is a big problem for DC is they don't have that guy who's like, running the ship. Mm-hmm. Or you got Kevin Feige who like oversees everything, makes sure everything kind of flows, But it's like that's the one thing that Marvel and Disney and those guys have is Marvel has their Kevin Feige. Mm-hmm. Star Wars has not only they have Kathleen Kennedy, they also have teams that like are in charge of Star Wars canon. Or like, hey, I want to do this, okay, but it doesn't fit into like this plan and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. They have people steering these universes and stuff. Warner Brothers doesn't have that. It's more just make the movie and then let's just tie it in this weird kind of way.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
it makes me worried.
Do you want to talk about another Marvel Nerd Rage thing? I don't know if it was on your notes if I saw. But Tilda Swinton probably playing.
Oh yeah, I had that under. See, and because these are casting things that aren't confirmed, I just put them under quick bits.
Okay, but I feel like we could talk about that.
Yeah, we could talk about this. Tilda Swinton.
Yeah, I mean, the effects would be good as long as they get the right people on it. You know.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. Was Heath Ledger in that?
No.
Who was the young guy? For whatever reason, I see Heath Ledger's face, but
don't know. Some dude. He played Tom Sawyer.
Okay.
Which was added into the movie because you read the comics. Yeah. Doesn't he have like a small role? He's not like they wanted to get that American voice in the movie.
I don't remember there being his character.
As long as they make it a British film.
Yeah.
Like Kingsman. That was a full British movie.
So full British. It was great.
Except for Samuel Jackson, but I mean it was a very British movie.
Yeah. All right, so I think that is mostly it for the big news. So we're gonna hop into quick bits. First, we're gonna start off with
trying to do these really fast.
So
2 minutes. Let's go through all this.
Netflix picks up Bill Murray Christmas special, or Very Merry Christmas. Netflix,
they made a mistake by not calling it Very Murray Christmas. They're dumb.
I thought they did, but no. I was like, maybe I spelled that wrong. No, they didn't. Netflix renews Grace and Frankie. If you haven't seen this show, watch it. It's fucking hilarious. Yeah,
I was just say I don't know what the hell it is.
It's Jane Fonda and hippie girl, their husbands, Martin Sheen, and the guy from
Martin Sheen, really?
The dad. I can't remember which one. Martin Sheen? Yeah.
Okay.
The dad of the Sheen of
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the old guy with like the really fucking huge things
Eugene Levy.
Yeah, they're gay together. And they were married. They were married to the two girls. This gets revealed within like the first minute of the first episode.
They
they
were
both,
married, and
they
now
were partners. They were partners in law, and they were married to the two female leads. And then they come out as being gay, and they've been gay for like 30 years or whatever. And it's like their families trying to deal with this like huge
revelation.
Yeah, and it's so funny.
Really?
It's great.
I never even heard about this.
My
show.
mom was like, "You should watch this," and then I was like, "I don't know." And then Ashley put
That's
it on
some
one
star
day. And
power,
it's
though.
funny. It's really, really funny. It's
Maybe I'll
worth
check that
watching.
out.
Okay. Wet Hot American Summer promo photos released. They look fucking hilarious. Have you seen any of these?
I saw the photos.
Yeah, I think they look great. They look like all of the actors doing more of their.
I'm excited. I love all those actors. They're so damn funny.
Yeah. So this is a new one. According to two of the actresses appearing in the revival of Twin Peaks, there will be 18 episodes, not 9 episodes, from Showtime, which we already knew there was going to be more than they originally planned for.
Because
David Lynch.
He demanded more.
Yep. So that's great. This one I thought was funny. Arrow series regular Willa Holland, who plays Thea Queen, said they were originally planning to have Harley Quinn appear in Arrow and that she was going to have a substantial role in the series, but the higher-ups from DC nixed the character's appearance in the show due to her upcoming appearance in Suicide Squad. And I said this is weird since there's so many characters appearing in the movie universe and the TV universe with different actors that why would they care?
It goes back to the DC doesn't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah. Yeah. Max Greenfield, who's better known as Schmidt from New Girl, is joining American Horror Story Hotel. This will.
I like him. I like New Girl. I don't watch American Horror Story.
See, I watch on and off. I watch some, and it's like good when it's good, and sometimes it's not good.
American Horror Story.
Yeah, American Horror Story.
I don't do anything scary.
Oh.
I won't do it. I don't see scary movies. I don't watch scary TV.
It's not. It's called Horror Story. It's not. It's not scary. It's more like, what the fuck is going on? It's like really weird stuff.
I still don't do that stuff.
Fine. So Game of Thrones season 5 ended, I think now, right?
No.
There's still okay. No. Well, anyways, casting for Game of Thrones season 6 has started, and the speculation train has started because this will be the first season that covers stuff that's not in the books technically. So they'll be covering some stuff that's in the last book that's been put out, but it'll be mostly new stuff. So there was a huge list of ambiguous character descriptions released for they're looking for actors and actresses for the roles. So if you want to look at that, it's online. It might be spoilery if you don't want to get into that, so tread with care. The final bit for your TV, HBO Now is now will be available on Android soon. So at Google's I/O conference, they announced that HBO Now will be available on Android and like the Nexus player and all of the Android shit shortly. So cool.
I kind of want it, but I don't want to pay for
$15 a month.
That's too much money.
Yeah,
I'm not doing it.
Maybe if you could split it with 2 people. I don't know how it works. Like if you can only use one or watch one, only one person can watch at a time.
I don't watch many shows on HBO anyway.
No, but yeah. So moving on to quick bits for movies. So It appears not to be dead. The Stephen King movie or the Stephen King book It. After Cary Fukunaga, I can't say that.
You can't say words.
Parted ways with the adaptation of the movie. Everyone feared that it was done for, but it appears that's not true. New Line Cinema parent company Warner Bros. Is currently seeking a new director to take over. So this was leaked documentation for them sending out to like a directors guild.
Yeah, I don't care
for people. I don't
scary
either,
movies. I don't do those. Don't give a shit.
This is one that you will care about.
I do care about this.
A documentary about the aborted George Miller-led Justice League movie is in the works. The project is being led by Australian director Ryan Unicombe, who said the film will be in the same vein as The Death of Superman Lives, which means
I can't wait to see the
interview with the cast and crews. He said he's reached out to George Miller multiple times, but hasn't heard back from him. But he's still planning on going ahead with this. Even if
I want to see this documentary. I'm so excited to hear about this.
Yeah, and this was something that was really affected by the writers' strike in 2007.
Oh, was it? I didn't know that.
Yeah, that was the whole reason why this movie fell through because it was going to tie to the Chris Nolan universe, and then
how?
I don't know.
Armie Hammer is playing Batman.
Yeah, this was supposed to tie to the Chris Nolan universe. But anyways, maybe it's a different person playing Batman, not Bruce Wayne. You know what I mean? Like a different Batman. I don't know.
Yeah, I get it.
But it fell through because the writers' strike. They couldn't get a team of writers together, and they just kept running into obstacles. So the movie just got pushed back. Until
they had a whole cast and everything.
Yeah, it sounded like it was going to be great. So we already talked about Chris Pine. There's more Fantastical Beasts and Where to Find Them casting news. So there's a rumored shortlist surrounding J.K. Rowling's follow-up to the Harry Potter series. This time for 2 female characters. The actresses reportedly up for the role include Kate Upton, Dakota Fanning, Lily Simmons.
There's 2 roles.
There's 2 roles. That's what I said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just don't know for a second. I want to make sure you actually...
Yeah, there's like 8 or 9 actresses up for the 2 different roles, and like there's an older sister and a younger sister. So like Dakota Fanning is for the younger sister, Kate Upton's for the older sister, and stuff like that.
They're like the same age, though.
Yeah. Are they really?
Kate Upton's only 22.
Jesus. Okay, anyways, this was one that I wanted to talk about because I saw the trailer and it looks fantastic. American Ultra Red Band trailer was released, so Yahoo Pictures is putting out this new movie called American Ultra, starring Jesse Eisenberg and Kirsten Stewart, and it looks so fucking good.
I like both of those people. They're great actors.
Yeah. And have you seen the trailer for this?
Yeah, I did, and it was funny as hell. I can't wait to see
it. Looks so good.
It's got Topher Grace as like some like FBI. It's like Jason Bourne. If Jason Bourne was a stoner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so good. If you haven't seen the trailer, go watch it. It looks funny, and support the movie because this is one of those movies that needs support because not a lot of people are going to hear about it, but it looks so good. Channing Tatum says the Gambit movie will not succumb to superhero movie tropes.
Don't care.
Yeah. Nobody really cares.
I don't care about Gambit like in the slightest.
And
the X-Men movies, I care about
his
Gambit,
explanation. Yeah, his explanation for why Gambit isn't going to appear in Age of Apocalypse or X-Men Apocalypse. I keep saying Age of Apocalypse.
Everything's Age of. That's why.
Yeah. He said because I want to make sure the character gets a proper introduction. Well, he has in a movie called X-Men First Class or whatever one of the Wolverine movies.
He was in Wolverine Origins.
Yeah, which but everybody who cares about X-Men like X-Men, they know who Gambit is. We don't need a proper introduction. We don't need a standalone
I know
movie.
about X-Men, and I don't even really care about Gambit.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Is Gambit's not that cool of a character right now.
Maybe he was cooler in like the early 90s with the original X-Men cartoon, but nowadays nobody really cares about Gambit.
Yeah.
Give me more of this guy here. Give me more Colossus.
Yeah.
I heard he's going to be in Deadpool, so I'm excited for that.
Speaking of Deadpool, Ryan Reynolds announced that production for Deadpool has wrapped, which is great.
That's a pretty quick shoot.
Yeah, it's really quick. Well, I think a lot of it's going to have to be CG in post.
Some stuff. Not a lot, though, I don't think.
I feel like a lot of
I think there's actually someone playing Colossus who's going to be CG.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool.
Yeah. The World War Z sequel was announced for June 9th, 2017, pitting it against 20th Century Fox's sequel for Fantastic Four. If you haven't seen the first movie, I actually liked it. It was okay. A lot of people were pissed because like the book, I guess, is like a collection of short stories about people surviving.
It was like the same in like title, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, because it was following the one character's progression, and it was a character that didn't appear in the book. So what?
I am sick of zombie movies and zombie everything.
I think this one could be
except
cool.
iZombie.
Yeah, I think this could be cool though because the way they ended the movie, they kind of figured out a way to survive amongst the zombies, to like coexist with the zombies. So it'll be interesting to see. This movie is going to be less about like, oh, run away from the scary zombies, and more like, how do we change? Can we change them back? Do we kill them? How do we deal with them? Because
that'd be more interesting.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's not. If they take it in this direction,
the whole zombie survival thing though is just played out, and I don't care anymore.
Yeah, because and this movie was less that. This movie was more like it was trying to figure out what this virus was or what was happening to these people and stuff like that. So it was cool. And then the final bit of news, I don't know how this ended up as the last thing to talk about, but Reese Witherspoon is going to be playing Tinkerbell, or she's going to star and produce this movie called Tink, which is a live action movie centered around Tinkerbell. I don't know.
I don't care. But what we need to talk about is Tron 3.
I forgot because we didn't put it on the list.
Yeah, because it happened last night at like 2 a.m. before I went to bed. I saw it. Disney plans has canceled their Tron 3 plans. I mean, it makes sense. The second Tron Legacy didn't do as well as they expected it to or wanted it to. I think it had something to do with Tomorrowland kind of not doing very well.
Yes.
But it's also kind of sad because then that means like the only Disney movies we're really getting are Marvel, Star Wars, and live action remakes.
Yeah, well, we'll probably see more.
But we're not getting many, like more original.
They're gonna pick something up. I guarantee they're gonna pick something else up. You know, because like they did a couple years ago. They did the stupid Mars one. I forget what it was called.
John Carter of Mars was not stupid. That was a good movie. Did you see it?
I saw it.
I liked it, and it could have been better.
It could have been better.
They marketed
it was okay.
First of all, their biggest thing, they dropped the of Mars from the title.
Yeah.
Dumb, because people just see John Carter. They have no idea what that means.
Well, generic name.
Yeah. If you said John Carter of Mars, people would be like a little more interested in it.
Yeah.
The marketing was just god-awful. I enjoyed it as a movie. I thought it was great.
It was okay.
It was a cool universe.
I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember much about it, but it just felt this suffered from like typical Disney tropes where it was just kind of corny and cheesy and whatever. And this is where I like Marvel and like Star Wars, and why I liked some of Pirates of the Caribbean, because Disney was starting to realize like some of the people that watch our movies are not 5-year-old kids anymore. We can put in curse words. Some. We don't need to go over the top, but we can put in a curse word or two. We can put in some adult themes. Nobody's going to flip out.
Right.
And that's what I think needs to happen. I think Tron, you know, it was PG-13, but I don't remember it. I don't remember much about Tron Legacy, to be brutally honest. It was, yeah, it wasn't
I have
great.
friends that really love Tron really much.
I just don't care about the universe at all.
I thought it was an interesting movie. Daft Punk was cool in it.
Yeah.
But other than that, like...
And I can get what... Those movies are probably really expensive to make.
Looked pretty cool.
Yeah.
But you know what? It did make Disney a lot of money. And from a financial standpoint, canceling Tron 3 makes all the sense.
Yeah. You can't blame them business-wise. I would love to see them pick up something new, like I said. Like pick up something else that we haven't seen them try in a while, or haven't seen them try ever.
Plus, Tron is another franchise, another sequel. Mm-hmm. I want to see more original things.
Yeah.
As long as they're good. I was going to see Tomorrowland, and then I heard that it wasn't that good, and I decided not to see it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said...
people are saying it's like Disney's next John Carter. I don't think it's going to make that little of money. I think it's going to make more than that.
Yeah, and I didn't see John Carter in theater. I saw it on...
Well, I saw it in
Red
theater
Box
at like a midnight release. I was actually really excited for it.
But Tomorrowland I'll probably see once again on Redbox or something, or Netflix when it comes to Netflix.
Or I probably won't even see it then. Usually, if there's a movie I don't want to see in theaters, I'm probably not going to see it.
I'm the opposite. I will not see movies in theaters that I'm like, it's not worth $10. It's maybe worth $1. Like,
see, if there's a movie that's not worth me going to see in the theater, I'm not going to see it on Netflix. I'm just not going to watch it, because it's like, if I wasn't going to go sit and watch it, why would I? No.
Yeah.
I'm so ADD, I kind of need to see a movie in the theater. Otherwise, I get distracted and I start doing other things. I start talking.
Yeah.
Not paying attention to the movie. It's much better for me to watch a movie in the theater. So, I don't know.
I think that's it.
Is that it for today?
That's it. Yeah, and we're...
Wow, okay. So, this is sign off then.
Yeah. Well, I guess pimp out some of our other shows. So
we're doing comic club every week, where we read a comic or a collection, certain number of issues or whatever, and we get together and talk about it like a book club.
In this upcoming week, we're going to do Sex Criminals Volume 1.
Yep.
Which is on Wednesdays around 1 p.m. Central Time, and then Thursdays I do a video game podcast
with
around
Matt.
1. Yeah, around 1 p.m. And then we're probably going to do a season wrap up sometime of The Flash
when we have time.
Yeah, because we really want to talk about that and get your opinions on stuff and speculate about next season.
Share our speculations and stuff. Yeah. I think that's it. Are we gonna do anything else?
No, not really.
No. We're just working on making the show more interesting and more fun. That's why I brought some of my toys today.
Yeah.
Might tune it down. This is quite a bit. I might just bring Flash and Superman.
Flash and Superman. Flash.
Different Flash.
I know.
Okay. I'm Scotty Boy, SCOTTYBWO, 4 Ys. That's Matt. You can find him at
Hagnerd, Hagnerd. You
can follow us both at Fuzzy Loaf. We tweet some stuff from there. We tweet out links to the show, and we don't break any scoops because we're not journalists. We're just nerds.
Yeah.
If you like the video, subscribe if you think we're fun to listen to. Share with your friends. Tell us what you think about all the stuff that we talked about. Tell us what you think about anything. We're bored. We'll talk.
Yeah.
We don't have lives. We don't care. Am I forgetting anything?
No, I think that's it.
Cool. So then, smell you later.